I said before that these mechanisms and things are set up to understand us in order to turn the consumer into an open wallet. And now the recording mode is frozen, and I'm not sure if it caught that. I've said that all of this effort and advertising tracking, identity tracking, all of this stuff is made to understand who we are, to get a better idea of our identity and how we think and feel in order to turn us into an open wallet. I don't believe that to be the case at this point. Or, it could be both. What's much more likely is to understand someone, or rather that you start to understand someone so that you can understand their buying habits and exploit those buying habits, or rather direct or use those buying habits. But what's much more lucrative, likely, or what is likely more lucrative, is understanding someone to the point that you can control them by providing those very targeted, very specific nudges in different directions, using different forms of stimuli, specifically targeted to, I don't want to say the weaknesses, but to the proclivities of an individual. If someone's high in neuroticism or anxiety, then providing them with a fearful trigger to induce a reaction of, say, to vote or to buy, that's very valuable. It's much more valuable to the right people, I suppose, than a positive impression of a product which leads to a possible purchase with it. But that's a lot of P's. There's unintentional alliteration there. That's much more powerful, and that's much more valuable. Societally, I guess. The transition from, hey, we have a profile on these consumers and we can get them to buy your stuff, the transition from that to, hey, we have a profile on these human beings that are occupying your city, country, state, and how would you like us to direct their opinion? Seems like a pretty big transition, which tells me that it's probably already happened. There's certainly been a fair number of stories about Facebook and or Google directing their users with basically full. I mean, that's the thing, is when you have full control of inputs, you can almost guarantee outputs. So when you provide all search engine results, all news results, any political input, Facebook, what friends say, that's a nice in-group, like a peer pressure kind of situation. It's all there. It's just spooky. Which is fitting, I suppose, because it is October 31st. That's all I had. I just wanted to clear that up, because doing all this to turn us into an open wallet is a possibility, and it's likely. It's probably the original intent, but where it winds up is much more insidious.